Hi, everybody. It's Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas. Sun's shining pretty bright in my face today, but it's just the sun. It's not any other fancy lighting. Anyway, that might be a good thing. I don't know. I hear scary storms are coming, but they're not here yet. So today we are working on another card featuring this month's featured stamp set, Taco Fiesta. The sun is washing this up too. You'll see it when I point the camera down to my work table. Well, we are going to make a card with Taco Fiesta, and I have been focusing on the new 2023 to 2025 in colors. And I thought it'd be fun to challenge myself to use those colors today with the Taco Fiesta card. Well, I do have a plan. It was harder than I thought to think of a way to use this stamp set in combination with these colors. But I do have a plan. And I want to hear what you think when it's all finished. So let me get you pointed down and we will get started. Okay. Move the camera a little so that you are seeing the actual workspace. Sorry. I thought I had that all set up beforehand, but apparently I did not. Okay. This is the featured stamp set for me. Taco Fiesta. All kinds of fun images, tacos, burritos, cactus, a piñata. It was perfect for a Cinco de Mayo card. But today we are using more subtle colors that are the new in colors. We'll be using copper clay, wild wheat, and pebbled path, along with a marker. I just realized I haven't gotten it out yet. Perfect. We're all right here, so it won't be. We are using the Granny Emerald green marker, adding that color, and we will just see how this all goes. Okay, I have a piece of Pebbled Path cardstock. I cut an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper in half horizontally to make an 8.5 by 5.5 piece. And then if you fold it in half, you have a card base that's 5.5 by 4.25. I'll set that aside for now. I also have a piece of wild wheat cut 4 by 5.25 for the front of the card, and copper clay cut at 2 by 4, and then I have basic white cut at 4 by 5.25 for the inside of the card. Set that aside. Another one we're going to stamp on and then cut out with the Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. And a tiny little strip of Pebbled Path that's 1/2 inch by 3. All right, let's get started. I'm planning to stamp some tone on tone again this week, and we will be stamping the chips with the wild wheat on the wild wheat card base. And there are two sizes of chips, so we will be using them both. To start with the smaller trio of chips. My family to clean off my stamps, and also got some ink on my finger. And then I will use the larger chip image. And fill in some of the empty space with the larger chip. And we'll close up the wild wheat, and we're going to move on to the copper clay. And for copper clay, what I plan to do is some tone on tone with the pepper. I've seen lots of peppers in different colors. I'm not sure I've ever seen any quite in this copper color, but I think it's kind of perfect. You just turn the pepper any which direction. I'm not making a pattern, we're just playing with what looks good. Right, put that aside for now. Close up the copper clay. And then I am going to stamp a bowl of guacamole. That's why we needed a green marker. I don't know about you, but I don't really know of any bowls that are not bowls of guacamole where the guacamole is not green. The green is not one of our in. I say all that as I'm over here digging through my paper, looking for a piece of pebbled path paper that we're going to stamp on, because I want bold to be gray, to be pebble path color. And I do not have the pebble path marker. So we're going to do some tone on tone here and then add some green. I'm going to go ahead and add green color to the guacamole. Whether I'm using blends or regular markers, I like to outline around the edges and then color in the middle. Going to get out my tuxedo black. We're going to add a face to our guacamole bowl. I'm just randomly picking a face up. And add it to the bowl. And we are also going to use our sentiment. I think I want the one that says "You spice up my life." And I'm hoping this will fit on the thin strip of pebble path we have right here. I picked up this white scrap and didn't even use it. We used a pebble path scrap instead. Get this on here straight. Yes, that does. There we go. Going to get my stamps cleaned up and put away, and then it's time to pull out the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. We are using the mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss today. This is my go-to cut and emboss if what I need is less than 3.5 inches. It will fit in the mini. I tend to go for the mini because it is only 1.5 pounds, this whole machine. And so even on days like today, when the storms are on their way and my body is telling me that and I'm achy, I can handle picking up and managing 1.5 pounds. Sometimes the larger cut and emboss machine is a little heavier. On those days, it'd be good to have it setting up on a table where you aren't moving it around. But I am moving things around for this video, and so the mini cut and emboss is much better for me. And we are using a circle frame from the All That Dies. This is a scalloped circle frame. And I'm going to put it right there so that, oops, my handle fell off. Put that back on. It is not behaving itself. It would help if I put it on the right direction. There actually is a right direction. You can tell by looking in it. There's a flat edge and there's a flat edge on the part on the inside. You have to match them. All right. So here we have our circle. Things over here. And start getting our card put all together. Oh, I put the stamps away and did not stamp on the inside. Well, let me see what I can do. I'm just gonna add another card on the inside of the card. Again, it's using copper clip. I just laid that pepper in the corner of the inside. Gives me plenty of space to write a note. And anything I want to. All right, I'm gonna glue this to the inside of the card. And then I'm gonna glue the card front to the outside. peppers are next. Then I'm going to add my sweet little bowl of guacamole with dimensionals. I just realized I did not turn the chat on. Oh, okay, now I can see it. No one is there. No one has been chatting. So that's okay. Right. Hit that right there. And then grab my mini dimensionals. Also my scissors, because I want to make the flag end of this little strip. So you start by make a flag just by starting at each corner and cutting out to the middle. And then we're going to use mini dimensionals to give it a little bit of height. We just want to put one on each end because the middle is already going to have the height because it goes right across that. So here we have it. You spice up my life with the chips and the peppers, the guacamole. And there's another pepper on the inside. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd love to hear what you think about the new in colors being used with the Taco Fiesta set. This is a little more muted than normal, than I normally use with this stamp set. I'm usually into the grays, but I think I like it. So go ahead and leave me a comment on Facebook, and I will see you back here next Thursday at 2 o'clock. And we are going to make a Christmas card using the Taco Fiesta stamp set. See you then.